Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out your car just broke down. Your rent is due next week, and your paycheck is suddenly delayed, or worse, your job is gone. Most people think emergencies only happen to someone else, until suddenly they're facing a $1,000 bill with no savings to cover it. The truth is, millions of Americans live one unexpected expense away from financial stress: credit card debt, or borrowing money just to survive. But here's the good news. Building a strong emergency fund doesn't require a high salary, winning the lottery, or making extreme sacrifices. It's about having a simple system that works, even if you're starting from zero. In this video, you're going to learn exactly how ordinary people build financial security step by step, how much money you really need in an emergency fund, where to keep it so it grows safely, and most importantly, how to save consistently without feeling broke. Because an emergency fund is more than just money in a bank account, it's peace of mind. It's the difference between panic and confidence when life throws unexpected problems your way. Think about it: when your car needs repairs, when medical bills show up, or when your income suddenly drops. Having savings means you stay in control instead of falling into debt. And the best part is, you don't need thousands of dollars to start. Even small amounts saved consistently can turn into a powerful financial safety net over time. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear and simple plan to start building your emergency fund immediately, whether you can save $20 a week or $500 a month. If you've ever felt stressed about money, worried about unexpected bills, or wondered how financially secure people stay prepared for emergencies, then this video could completely change the way you think about saving. Because the goal isn't just to save money, the goal is to build a financial cushion that protects your future and gives you confidence no matter what happens. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how carefully you plan your finances, unexpected expenses will always appear. A car repair, a medical bill, a broken appliance, or even a sudden job loss can happen when you least expect it. The real problem isn't the emergency itself, it's being financially unprepared when it happens. Without savings, most people rely on credit cards or loans to cover emergencies, and that often leads to long-term debt that can take years to pay off. An emergency fund acts as a financial safety net that protects you from these situations. Instead of panicking when something goes wrong, you can handle the problem with confidence because you already have money set aside. Having an emergency fund reduces stress and gives you peace of mind because you know you're prepared for unexpected situations. Many people believe they need a high income before they can start saving. But that's not true. Emergency funds are built slowly over time through consistent habits, not large deposits. Even saving small amounts regularly can make a huge difference. Think of your emergency fund as protection for your future. Just like insurance protects your car or home, an emergency fund protects your financial life. When emergencies happen, and they will, you won't have to borrow money or fall behind on bills. Instead, you'll stay in control. Financial stability starts with preparation, and building an emergency fund is one of the most important steps you can take to secure your future. One of the most common questions people ask is how much money they should keep in an emergency fund. The answer depends on your personal situation, but there are simple guidelines that make the process easier. If you are just starting out, your first goal should be to save your first $1,000. This amount may not cover every emergency, but it can handle many common unexpected expenses like car repairs or medical bills. Reaching this first milestone builds confidence and momentum. After saving your first $1,000, the next goal is to build a larger emergency fund that can cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This means calculating how much money you need each month for essential costs such as rent, groceries, utilities, transportation, and insurance. For example, if your essential monthly expenses are $2,000, then a 3-month emergency fund would be $6,000 and a 6-month fund would be $12,000. This amount can protect you if you lose your job or face a major financial setback. Some people may need a larger emergency fund, especially if they have irregular income or support a family. The key idea is not to feel overwhelmed by the final number. Building an emergency fund is a process that takes time. Focus on reaching small milestones instead of trying to save everything at once. Every dollar saved moves you closer to financial security. What matters most is consistency, not speed. Once you start saving money for emergencies, the next important question is where to keep that money. The right place should be safe, accessible, and separate from your everyday spending money. Your emergency fund should be easy to access when you need it, but not so easy that you're tempted to spend it on non-emergency purchases. One of the best places to keep an emergency fund is a high-yield savings account. These accounts usually offer higher interest rates than regular savings accounts, which allows your money to grow slowly over time while staying safe. Another good strategy is to keep your emergency fund in a separate bank account from your checking account. When your emergency savings are separate, you're less likely to spend the money accidentally. It also makes it easier to track your progress as your savings grow. Some people make the mistake of investing their emergency fund in stocks or other risky assets. Investments can go up and down in value, and you don't want your emergency savings to lose value when you need them most. Emergency money should be stable and protected. Keeping large amounts of cash at home is also risky because money can be lost or stolen. The goal of an emergency fund is security and accessibility. When an emergency happens, you should be able to access your money quickly, without penalties or delays. Choosing the right place for your emergency fund helps protect your savings and keeps your financial safety net strong. Building an emergency fund may seem difficult at first, but breaking the process into simple steps makes it much easier. The first step is understanding where your money currently goes each month. Many people are surprised when they track their expenses and discover how much they spend on small daily purchases. Start by writing down all your monthly expenses including rent, groceries, transportation, and subscriptions. Once you understand your spending, the next step is finding areas where you can save money. You don't need to cut everything out of your life, but small adjustments can create extra money for savings. Even reducing spending by a small amount each week can add up over time. The third step is setting a realistic savings goal. Choose an amount that fits your budget so you can stay consistent. Saving $25 or $50 per week may seem small, but consistency is more important than the size of each deposit. The fourth step is automation. Setting up automatic transfers to your savings account is one of the easiest ways to build an emergency fund. When money moves automatically, you don't have to rely on motivation or memory. The final step is tracking your progress. Watching your savings grow keeps you motivated and helps you stay focused on your goal. Building an emergency fund is not about being perfect. It's about making steady progress over time. With a clear plan and consistent action, anyone can build a strong financial safety net. If you want to build your emergency fund faster, the key is increasing the amount of money you can save each month. This doesn't always require earning more money. Often, it starts with making smarter spending decisions. One effective way to save money quickly is reviewing your monthly subscriptions. Many people pay for services they rarely use. Canceling even a few subscriptions can free up extra money for savings. Another powerful strategy is reducing food expenses by cooking more meals at home. Eating out regularly can be expensive, and preparing meals yourself can save hundreds of dollars each month. Shopping smarter can also make a big difference. Using discounts, coupons, and cashback programs helps reduce everyday expenses. Buying used items instead of new ones can save significant amounts of money, especially for furniture or electronics. Small savings may seem insignificant at first, but they add up over time. For example, saving $10 a day equals about $300 per month, which becomes $3,600 in a year. Another way to grow your emergency fund faster is by using extra income. Tax refunds, bonuses, or side income can accelerate your progress when directed towards savings. The goal is not to live a miserable life without spending anything. Instead, it's about being intentional with your money so you can reach financial security faster. Every dollar you save today increases your financial stability tomorrow. While building an emergency fund is simple in theory, many people make common mistakes that slow their progress or prevent them from reaching their goals. One of the biggest mistakes is waiting for the perfect time to start saving. Many people believe they need a higher income before they can begin, but waiting often leads to years of missed opportunities. The best time to start saving is now, even if the amount is small. Another common mistake is saving only what is left at the end of the month. When saving depends on leftover money, it often doesn't happen. A better strategy is saving first and spending what remains. Treat your savings like a required bill that must be paid every month. Another mistake is using emergency savings for non-emergency expenses. Vacations, shopping, and entertainment are not emergencies. Using your emergency fund for these purposes defeats its purpose and leaves you vulnerable when real problems occur. Keeping your emergency fund in a checking account is another mistake because it makes spending too easy. Separating your savings reduces temptation and protects your progress. Some people also give up too quickly if progress feels slow. Building an emergency fund takes time, and slow progress is still progress. Avoiding these common mistakes can make the difference between struggling financially and building lasting security. Saving money consistently requires discipline, and staying motivated is one of the biggest challenges people face. At the beginning, progress may feel slow, and it can be difficult to stay focused on a goal that may take months or years to reach. One of the best ways to stay motivated is tracking your progress visually. Watching your savings grow creates a sense of achievement that encourages you to continue. Even small increases in your emergency fund represent real progress toward financial security. Setting smaller milestones also makes the process easier. Instead of focusing only on a large goal like $10,000, celebrate smaller achievements such as reaching $500 or $1,000. Each milestone proves that your system is working. Another way to stay motivated is remembering why you started. An emergency fund represents freedom and security. It protects you from stress and gives you confidence during difficult times. Visualizing the peace of mind that comes from having savings can help you stay committed. Sharing your goals with supportive friends or family members can also increase accountability. When others know your goals, you are more likely to stay consistent. Building an emergency fund is not just about money, it's about creating a safer future for yourself. The habits you build while saving will strengthen your financial life for years to come. Staying consistent, even during difficult months, is what leads to long-term success. You don't need to be rich to feel financially secure, you just need to be prepared. Building an emergency fund isn't about having thousands of dollars overnight. It's about taking that first step and staying consistent. Every dollar you save is a step toward a future where unexpected problems don't turn into financial disasters. Imagine the confidence of knowing that if something goes wrong, a medical bill, a car repair, or even a job loss, you won't have to panic or rely on debt to survive. That kind of peace of mind is priceless, and it starts with a simple decision to begin today. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small amounts saved regularly can grow into a powerful financial safety net over time. The sooner you start, the easier it becomes, and future you will be grateful that you made the decision to prepare instead of waiting. Months from now, you could either still be worrying about unexpected expenses, or you could be looking at a growing emergency fund that protects your future, and that choice starts today. If you found this video helpful, take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe for more simple strategies to improve your financial life. And I'd love to know in the comments, what's your first emergency fund goal? Lima Ratos $1,000 or more. Your journey to financial security starts now, and the best time to begin is today.